Welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll explore the exciting opportunities for Filipino seafarers to work on Canadian merchant vessels. Thanks to a new reciprocity agreement, Filipino seamen can now embark on this incredible journey. Let's dive in. Who is qualified to work on Canadian vessels? Not all seafarer ranks are covered in the agreement. The Canadian Endorsement applies to Filipino seafarers holding the following ranks on board. 1. Officers in charge of a navigational watch on ships of 500 gross tonnage or more. 2. Masters and chief mates on ships of 500 gross tonnage or more. 3. Officers in charge of a navigational watch and of masters on ships of less than 500 gross tonnage, engaged on near-coastal voyages. 4. Officers in charge of an engineering watch in a manned engine room, or as designated duty engineers in a periodically unmanned engine room. 5. Chief Engineer Officers, and Second Engineer Officers on ships powered by main propulsion machinery of 3,000 kilowatts propulsion power or more. 6. Chief Engineer Officers, and Second Engineer Officers on ships powered by main propulsion machinery of between 750 kilowatts, and 3,000 kilowatts propulsion power. And 7. GMDSS radio operators. Documents required for a Canadian endorsement. To apply for a Canadian endorsement, the following documents must be submitted. 1. An application for a Canadian endorsement form completed and signed by the foreign seafarer. 2. A declaration of the authorized representative form completed and signed by the AR of a Canadian flagged vessel that intends to employ the seafarer. 3. Evidence of sufficient knowledge of one of the official languages, which is either English or French. 4. A medical certificate. 5. Evidence of sufficient knowledge of Canadian maritime laws. 6. The COC, and if applicable the STCW endorsement, all pages. 7. Valid COP, if applicable, all pages. 8. Valid certificates of training, if the corresponding certificates of proficiencies were not obtained. 9. A valid passport, and 10. An unaltered passport-sized photo, taken within the last 6 months. How Filipino seafarers with STCW certificates can work on Canadian flagged ships. It's still not clear if their shipping agencies will partner with our local manning agencies, so it's better to ask them directly for this. If they do partner with our local manning agencies, most of the tasks will be performed between them and you only need to comply with the requirements that they are asking. But you can journey on your own by following the steps here if you meet the eligibility requirements. 1. Find a Canadian shipping agency that you want to work with. You can find legit ones online and see if they are hiring seafarers. Send them an email or connect with them and ask for more information about the reciprocal agreement between the Philippines and Canada. 2. Cooperate with their authorized representative or AR. An authorized representative is an individual or entity associated with a Canadian flagged vessel. He has the authority and responsibility to apply for a Canadian endorsement on behalf of a foreign seafarer who holds a valid STCW certificate from a country with which Canada has a reciprocal arrangement. 3. Complete the application for a Canadian endorsement form, which is a document that asks for your personal information including details of your STCW certificates. 4. Complete all other documents required for Canadian endorsement. 5. Lastly, you must be a Canadian citizen or permanent resident of Canada or hold a valid Canadian work permit. You must meet the requirements from Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada and Employment and Social Development Canada. I'm really not sure on how the last step will play out, but if leaving the country and settling in Canada is part of your future plans, might as well grab this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. May the winds be in your favor.